Hey, welcome to What's Cooking in Yaya's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a really delicious and hearty dish called Cajun pasta. First, I'm going to get olive oil in a pan and get that heating up. And I don't want it on high, I want it on a low heat because we don't want to burn our shallots that we're about to dice up now and add in to start cooking down while we're getting the rest of the ingredients prepared for this amazing dish. And we're going to cut these shallots as small as you're able to. I prefer to cut them really small to where they're virtually minced because we want this to be able to cook down and render in where the flavor gets mixed throughout the whole dish. And I'm cutting 2 shallots that I'm going to mince up, and I'm going to get cooking in that oil. And again, perfection isn't necessary for this. So we're going to get the shallots in the oil. Then we're going to get our garlic ready. I grabbed 6 cloves. You can use as much or as little as you like, but in my household, there's never such a thing as too much garlic. Then we're going to salt and pepper the shallots that we have cooking in the olive oil on the stove top. We're going to reserve the garlic, and then we're going to grab our andouille sausage and we're going to start slicing them. Again, slice it how you wish. Just as a fun little note, that one little piece that I just cut that went over, it didn't fall on the floor. It's on the edge of the cutting board. We're not going to waste any of that andouille sausage. Then we're going to add the andouille sausage in with the shallots that are cooking on the stove top. We want to start getting them just a little bit caramelized with the onions at this point. Then we're going to add our garlic in that we minced up previously. And then we're going to start mixing that in and then we're going to start grabbing all of our seasonings to make this Cajun pasta. So we're going to add chili powder, we're going to add paprika, we're going to add some Cajun seasoning, and I'm also going to add some Old Bay to it. Again, you can add as much or as little as you like, but to make it the Cajun pasta, you really want to make sure you're kind of heavier on the seasonings. Then we're going to take and stir this all in and mix it up really well so the seasonings incorporate with the onions, the garlic, and the andouille sausage. I wish you guys could smell this because it smells absolutely amazing at this stage. I mean, it smelled amazing with the shallots cooking too, but this is a serious flavor bomb. Then we're going to add about 2 cups of chicken broth into the mixture that's cooking on the stove top. And we'll add in 4 bricks of cream cheese. Now this is going to make a really big batch. Obviously, if you don't want to make this big of a batch, you can downsize it and cut it down in half. Once we boil our noodles and we get the sauce all stirred up, we're going to add the noodles in to mix in with the sauce. And I'm just scooping it out of the water. I want some of the water from the noodles in there because it's going to also help thicken up the sauce a little bit more. Then we're going to add fresh parsley, and then we're going to stir it up and mix it all in really well. Now we have olive oil and butter in a pan that's already been heated up. We're going to add our pre-cooked shrimp in, so this is only going to take a few minutes to cook them through the rest of the way, basically to warm them up. We're going to add salt and pepper, and then we're going to add our other seasonings to kind of make it like shrimp scampi style. So it's going to be onion powder, garlic powder, and then we're going to add some parsley to it. We're going to mix this around and let it continue to warm all the way through so that way we can add this on top of our Cajun pasta. You can feel free to add this into your Cajun pasta. However, I do have some picky eaters in my house who don't really care for shrimp. So I tend to leave this on the sides for people to add this to their Cajun pasta as they see fit. Then I'm going to add a wedge of lemon, and I'm going to squeeze it in onto the shrimp right before I remove it from the heat. Then now that we have everything prepared, we're going to scoop some of the Cajun pasta onto a plate, and we're going to add our shrimp on top. Again, remember, I have picky eaters. And here's your beautiful dish. Thanks for joining What's Cooking in Yaya's Kitchen. Please make sure you follow and subscribe.